think it's easier now to get started on Twitch or easier like
Ooh,
kind of when we
I
were streaming?
I think Twitch is hard. Twitch is really hard. A lot of
Yeah.
people go into and get started and they think it's easy. And I don't think they realize how much work goes into it. You gotta get all your graphics together. You have to get all the equipment together. It costs
Yeah.
money. Like you have to grow your stream. You have to you have to do, social media. It takes a lot. So um a lot of time and a lot of effort. And it's not just like, oh, you go in and you're really good at video games and so you're gonna take off or
Right.
it has to I don't know what it is that
Yeah.
you have to have. I guess a combination of things that and you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea. So just because one person likes you doesn't mean another person's going to like you. But I think getting started on Twitch is really hard. I think if you want to try to stream, definitely go for it. Try
Yeah.
it out, see, but don't get started and start streaming and think, oh, well, I'm going to be the next ninja or I'm going to be the next Tim and Tap. That's most likely probably not going to happen. So don't go in with the mindset like I'm going to make a bunch of money. I'm going to quit my job. Do it because it's something that you like to do,
Yeah.
and that way you won't
So
be disappointed. I streamed to
somebody.
nobody for a long time.
Yeah. Well, that's somebody in chat's asking for any tips for aspiring streamers, and the two that I would give is number one, have a schedule.
Be
People are
consistent.
only going to show up if they know when you're going to be on, and that you're going to be on every time. Otherwise, they're going to find somebody else, and you may never get that viewer back. Number two would be have fun with it. If you're not having fun with it, then slow it down and maybe take a step back and look at what you're streaming or what you're playing. Maybe do multiple games. Variety streaming is a lot harder, but you're only gonna have luck if you're gonna have fun with it. If you're
Hmm.
gonna be miserable, it doesn't matter how good you are or what if you're playing the right game or not.
And
And
it's a
then,
lot harder, choose a right game because
mm-hmm,
if you go in Fortnite, for example, which is, one of the top games being streamed, it's the, it's so saturated in that directory. Like, you're going to be right at the bottom because there's thousands of people streaming that. So, it's always good if there's like a new game about to come out. That's a really good time to, start streaming, like play Crucible. I don't know, like what's coming out. Oh, there's this new Pope game that's coming out. Pope
Yeah.
Simulator. What is
Can't
it?
can't wait for that to drop. Pope
So,
Simulator.
and then the
these new games that people like get in on that, and I think that's a good way. But starting to, I went from streaming Destiny to stream PUBG to stream Fortnite, and when I started streaming Fortnite, I was like, oh, do I have a Valorant key? I don't have a free one, like an extra one. I got a drop, but I haven't played it yet.
but also to reiterate on what you were saying earlier is like when you have no viewers, you have to stream as if you have viewers. I mean, if somebody pops in your stream and you're just fucking no lifing it, staring at your screen, not saying anything, they're not gonna stick around. If you don't notice them pop in, which you're probably not, they're gonna be gone by the time you do notice. So pretty much just have to talk to yourself as if you were
Hmm.
there was somebody watching. So.
And if you play games and you have fun with your friends, like,
Mm-hmm.
my friends are really supportive when I started streaming. Like, they would be in my chat. So, I'd be doing like a 6-person raid or something, or playing just PvP with them, and they'd be in the chat, and we'd just be having fun. Like, they help. I don't know. It takes a lot to just bring it all together. But yeah, you want to be inviting. You don't want to be like checking to see who's there. If somebody's lurking, and want to be like, hey, I see you,
Mm-hmm.
945. Why don't you hit that follow? But like, you don't want to pressure anybody into doing anything. Like, just
Yeah.
go there, stream, have fun, be welcoming, answer any questions, just be really open and see what happens.
Does your husband stream?
No, he is my tech man.
Okay.
So he built the PC, and he was gonna get himself one, and then like I kind of just took over, and so he's like my tech man, sets everything up for me. He does my emotes, he anything that I want, my sound, my graphics. He doesn't go to school for it. He's never done it. He just like kind of figured it out because he's just interested in those things. And so he's done all of this stream, anything that you see on stream, we have created from nothing together. So we worked really hard on everything. And yeah, so he's kind of like a behind the scenes guy.
He is
If
a
I
big
can't get
game
something to
guy.
work, I'll be like, Penguin!
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
So-
just curious because of the amount of time that goes, like before you said, how much time you were putting in the streaming, if he was streaming as well.
No, but he plays like we play together, obviously. Like
Okay.
we play sometimes together. It's hard to play with your significant other, y'all. Like, especially these competitive games, if it's 3v3, like I really like to play with him because I'll be like, I feel like I'm better than him. And he feels like he's better than me, and we're just really
The
competitive.
carry.
And so it's like, ah! So, but yeah, we all kind of play. I've carried him. I'll admit it. He'll admit it. But yeah, he's more behind the scenes kind of guy. But we all like play together in the same group. Like, we all have the same friends and stuff.
Yeah, me and my wife laugh about how competitive we are, but I laugh more.
I'm so competitive. I hate losing. To him more than anything. Like I hate losing, yeah, but like to him it just drives me nuts. And so yeah, we have a little ongoing friendly banter. Which if people don't know us, they might come and be like, what the fuck is that? Like they're crazy. They're like, hey, we've literally spent more than half our lives together. So we're best friends. We bicker and stuff, and it's not serious. Like, it's gonna be okay.
Yeah.
So what do your students think about you streaming? I mean, that has to be pretty cool, right? Or do they not know? Or
I do not know.
okay.
Yeah, so it would be so awesome because I used to teach. I've taught kindergarten through 8th grade. The only group of students I never taught high school kids, and now I teach college. So yeah, I think like I can relate to a lot of the younger kids because I'm into video games, and I think video games keeps me young. Like with the lingo and with like current events stuff like that's going on. So I'll tell them that I'm a gamer and that I play video games, but have never said, hey, I'm a streamer, like go follow me on Twitch, because me as a teacher and me as a streamer and competitive gamer are two very different people. And if they see me saying like, suck my dick, I'm gonna teabag you, motherfucker, like,
Yeah.
and then I go in the next day and I'm like, okay, now open your book to page 3.
You
like,
can't say dick.
I'm very, I like to keep my professional life separate from my private life. And this is something, follow me for an A. Yeah.
No, it just seems like teaching college that you would have ran into it because, a lot of people play games in college too. I mean,
Twitch
college
is
is
huge,
definitely.
though, man.
Yeah, I've ran into one of my
Twitch is definitely huge.
I run into one of my students playing before, but before I started streaming, when I was playing Halo, a while ago, I was teaching, and I randomly ran into one of my students. But I've never told my students that I stream on Twitch or anything like that. I want to keep it, even now that I teach college, that it would be okay. I still don't want to.
Yeah.
I still don't want to mix those two up. So I keep it pretty separate.
I was thinking it was like on Varsity Blues. Miss
No.
Bayou, will you go to prom with me?
Oh God, no. No, I keep it very, very separate, very professional. These days you can never be too careful.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't even want to be put in a situation where I have to worry about anything. So I just keep everything separate.
Right. Yeah. No, definitely
Keep
understand.
it professional, and then I'll let loose. This is my fun side, my hobby. This is separate. So, although it would be cool to be like, yeah, I'm a partnered Twitch streamer. I play video games.
I don't think anything other than issues would come of that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not saying promote it. I'm just saying it just seems like somebody would have said, "Oh shit, that's by you."
Not yet. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
Not yet. Yeah.
They definitely have more male streamers. Do you think there's advantage to being female or disadvantage?
I think a little bit of both. I mean, I think it's easier to maybe get viewers because the majority of viewers on Twitch are male. But even me, like if I see a pretty girl, like I'm gonna stop. If I, like people are attracted, they draw you in, okay? But that doesn't mean like, okay, so I'm here and I have all my boobs out. like that's not going to make people stay. Like you can see boobs all day anywhere. Like if you don't have something that's keeping their attention and engaging your audience, then it's not going to do anything for you. So for when guys get all upset because, oh, you're just a booby streamer, you have it so easy, blah, blah, blah. That's not necessarily true. It's like, no, you still have to keep an audience and it's still work. Like putting on makeup, getting your hair done, guys can just throw in a ball cap and play their games, not even have a cam, you know? And I'm not saying girls have to get done up and stuff, but like, I think it's a little bit different. And you know, you can wear what you want all day long, but if you don't have something else that's going to engage your audience, then you're not going to get anywhere either.
Yeah, that's how I imagined it too, just like you explained it. But the chat has to get toxic sometimes. I could just imagine how probably pretty hard to look down and see some of the shit that gets put in there.
Yeah, it was a lot worse, I think, in D1 when I did. It's so weird because when I really was at the height of like my competitive gaming, that's when I had people be the most toxic because like we would beat them in a match or something. They would come in and be like, "Oh, you're just getting carried," when I'm like at the top of the scoreboard. It's like they just want to. I don't know. I think if a female like beats a male, like I feel like they just like feel like they just want to say the worst things. Like I've gotten death threats. I've gotten some pretty bad things happen, but I haven't had that in a long, long time. And I think Twitch has worked hard to put new things in place, like, you know, for banning and timing out and reporting things. And you can't really hide behind your computer that easily anymore. Like a lot of people can find out like who you are, and, you know, word of mouth travels fast. So it's not as, you know, I don't get constant things like maybe like Alinity or Amaranth or like, you know, the top, like those kind of streamers. And I'm a huge troll myself. So if you're going to come in and be toxic and say something trolly to me, I'm going to throw it right back at you. So you're not going to hurt my feelings. If you start threatening my family or myself, then I just ban you and then I just move on. And if it's serious enough, then I report it. But you can come in and say anything you want to me. You're not going to hurt my feelings.
Yeah,
I might hurt yours.
Yeah, no, that's probably how you have to be. I mean, that's...
Yeah, and that's something that comes with streaming. Like, you know, if you... Trolls want your attention, so if you're just going to give your attention to anyone that comes in and be like, oh, you're fat, and be like, oh, well, no. Like, just don't even engage with them. Like, your mods can time them out or ban them or whatever. I like it. Like, it entertains me. So if you come in and try to troll me in my chat, as long as it's not racist or homophobic, or and a lot of times it results in a follow. They're like, oh, well, you're pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to follow you. Yeah. And you didn't get what you wanted because you're just a 16-year-old boy that is on summer break.
Exactly. Yeah, I would say probably starting out as a streamer, it's a bit of an advantage to get those thumbnail views. But, I mean, absolutely, you have to be a good streamer to hold on to viewers.
Yeah.
And then on the opposite side of the coin is a disadvantage because you got to work twice as hard to be taken serious as a streamer. So, I mean, I think there's pros and cons to it for sure.
Yeah. It does bring people in. It does help in some aspects and it does hinder you in some aspects. It just depends on what you want to do. There are like really attractive people that do just chatting and, you know, they're just really attractive and fun to look at and have a good personality. And that's great. I couldn't do that. Like I've done just chatting once and I was like, I just can't do this. Like, it's just not my thing.
What do I do with my
hands? Yeah. Like I can't, like I need to be playing something.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have really attractive people to do like podcasts on Twitch. So
yeah.
check them out. They're everywhere. Bearded, handsome fellas.
Yeah.
Beard stay on fleek. Know this,
but it's mullet season.
Oh, got the mullets, y'all. That's how you get the ladies. That's how you get your second wife.
I'll get my first.
That's how you get your second wife.
All in the same go.
You could skip your first wife if you got a mullet.
That's right.
Roll right onto the second. So when did you start strumming the 6 string?
Oh man, I think it was 12. My dad taught me 3 chords, and I've never taken lessons or anything. I just taught myself. I like music. I like country music a lot. And classic rock is kind of like what I really love. And so those are my guitars that I worked hard to pay for because they're expensive. And yeah, and it's just something that I, you know, do as a hobby, but I'm not like a professional by any means. Can't do anything crazy. I just play it for fun, and I just really love music. It's like my favorite thing in the whole world. Going to concerts, playing music, being outside at a fire, playing music with my dad or playing with my friends. Like, I just love it. I love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, you learned how to like country music in Oklahoma.
I didn't like country music actually till high school, but my dad still played it all for me. So then when I started liking country music, I started really getting into like old country music, like Merle Haggard's my favorite. And then yeah, my dad taught me a couple chords and I just kind of just took off from there.
Yeah,
So
I know. I remember we used to have
really
some
fun.
jam sessions in your
Yes.
Twitch chat back before, when you could
Good
still
times.
play actual music on stream. Now everything's copyright.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of people play music on it. Do they? I guess I haven't watched that much. They don't play covers in the music section on Twitch?
Yeah, you can play covers. I don't really know how it works in the music section. I know like for Twitch Sings, they have an open mic section now too where you can do covers and stuff there too. I think you just have to put like something like this is not my music.
Right. Yeah.
And as long as you're doing it, I think it's harder if you're doing like a track, like a background track or something that somebody owns. You can't do that, but
That's
She
what
says she can't sing, but she can sing really good.
on
I can
guitar.
carry a tune.
I carry a tune too in a bucket, maybe 2 buckets.
And then if everyone's drinking, everyone sounds so much better. I think
That's
when
right.
I've had a few drinks, I think I sound great.
Oh yeah, you get in tune with the
Ooh,
world.
yeah.
Yeah, or the
You know,
tune
you
gets
start-
into you. One of the two.
Start vibing. But the that game Guitar Hero, every song on Guitar Hero used to say as performed by. They never
Yeah.
say so maybe it's something like that.
Something similar. But
So
I think it's
and-
also a lot different. Like if you're actually singing the song as a cover and stuff like that, it's just kind of cheap if you're just playing video games, making money off of that, and playing somebody's copywritten song in the background and taking
Yeah.
advantage of that. I mean, I agree with what they did. And also, a lot of artists are really cool. If you reach out to them, a lot of them give you, even on like Twitter and stuff, they'll give you permission to use their stuff and intros and everything else.
So what's your favorite concert that you've been to so far?
My favorite artist is Miranda Lambert, and I've seen her so many times. Actually, she came to Lafayette and then New Orleans, like one on a Thursday, one on a Friday, and I went to both of them. So she's like my all-time favorite. My first concert was actually Elton John.
Oh, I love Elton John.
Yeah, but I was like really young. I was like 8 and I only knew one song and it was like Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, and I fell asleep and it was nosebleed, and so I told my dad to, wake me up when they play that song. So like but then yeah, and then 6th grade it was kind of like a thing like my daddy and I would go to. So anytime like there's a big country concert and stuff, like I take my dad. Like that's just something that we do. Garth puts on a good show.
Oh, I heard Garth is amazing.
Yeah,
I've never
so
been to a Garth Brooks
few
concert,
times.
but
Even if you don't like his music, it's worth getting a ticket and going.
Yeah, you should definitely go. And then I like Eminem. Eminem put on a really good show. I mean, really big Eminem fans. I love Eminem so much.
I think everybody's at least a little bit of a secret Eminem fan.
It's bad. But I got to see him at something called Voodoo Fest in New Orleans one year. So that was a lot of fun. Oh, it was so good. Because I'd really only been to country concerts. I've never been to a pop concert. Maybe one day I'll do that. It's just been strictly like country, like Cajun music, rock, classic rock, rap.
Oh, that Cajun music goes hard.
Yeah, it does.
Yep.
It really does. I just love live music. I just think it's such an awesome vibe and just really fun times.
Start drinking to the Cajun music and anybody can
Yeah, you
dance.
start two-stepping.
Yeah, put that beer on your head.
No, I love the bar scene music and stuff. The guys that do this stuff on loop, start a riff with the guitar and put that recording on loop. And
The loop,
do
yeah.
something on some kind of drum set. I love that stuff.
So fun.
Man, they had this guy in Jacksonville, one-man band. His name was Nate Holley. You should check him out. Like, look him up, man. He is. I have no idea what this dude's doing now, but he was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He did Regulators. Kind of like
Oh,
a
yeah.
rock version of Regulators. Is badass. And he was like the first person I ever seen do that loop music. I didn't really get exposed to a lot of music growing up like that.
Right.
Cajun music everywhere, the street dance.
Alex, what was your first concert and favorite concert?
Oh, my first concert. I don't even know what was my first concert. My favorite concert was Fun. That band Fun.
Oh, I love Fun.
I didn't
He
even
has such a good voice.
I didn't even like Fun before.
I like
It was at Welcome to Rockville in Jacksonville. I wasn't expecting them to be that good. And they were awesome. They were super awesome, super good. I think my first concert was I
Britney
think Rise
Spears.
Against. First real concert besides like, a Cajun band.
Was what? I'm sorry.
Rise Against.
Rise Against. They were awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I listened to a lot of rap in high school, and then I moved to rock after high school.
A lot of jiggling music in high
Oh
school.
man, I was jiggling. You can
Mount
find me in the club jiggling.
Bottle full of bud, mommy, I got what you need. Oh yeah.
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 But that style of rap music is only in Louisiana, and
Yeah.
I guess Texas too. I mean,
Jigga City.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my first concert was Motley Crue, and I think my favorite's probably Zach Brown Band. Man, those
I've
guys
seen them.
were.
I've seen Zach Brown.
They're
Band
really
too.
good musicians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they have every instrument you could think of.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
at one point
amazing
I
to
saw,
watch
like,
people.
5 band members walking off the stage between songs and another 7 walking on. They had to redo the whole set between songs.
That's what really surprised me about Zach Brown Band was how many people that they had.
Mhm.
Like, god damn, I thought that was a badass tour bus, but really it's
Mhm.
just a coach.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all got every
Right.
seat full.
And then the concert I went to, it ended like the advertised time, but he basically came on and was like, hey, all right, this is the concert y'all paid for is over. We're going to just kind of do our thing now for a little bit until we're tired. But if you have kids that you don't want them to hear some maybe not so PG songs, you might want to take them home. And then they just started doing like heavy metal shit and all kinds of stuff.
That's
and it
crazy.
Was awesome. It was awesome. But they're extremely talented.
Yeah.
And I guess I saw a video. He's got a new song about somebody in his family that died. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but evidently it's supposed to be really good.
Check it
Can't
out.
watch those sad things right now.
Mhm.
I gotta stay away.
Yeah.
Some hormonal.
Them feels be hitting hard right now.
Everybody's in
Mhm.
their fields at home making new songs right now.
So my first concert was Charlie Daniels Band.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, but it was like they didn't even play that. This was
What?
like in their this was like the religious Charlie Daniels Band.
Oh.
So
Mm.
but we were pumped up about Devil Went Down to Georgia and we didn't get to hear it. So,
Y'all probably didn't even know any of the other music.
no, we did not. It was
Not a
at
single
Wild
one.
Adventures in Valdosta, Georgia. I remember now. I think we ended up leaving and going ride to rides while everybody else was at the concert.
Do you play the mouth fiddle?
The mouth fiddle? I never
Yeah.
heard of it.
Yeah, that's the. Is that the? One
No,
or
it was
no?
just me going.
No,
Sorry.
I think I'm thinking of.
Dun dun dun.
It's the mouth harp. It's the little deal with the metal deal where like. Bing, 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 bing.
No. Maybe that'll be my next instrument.
Look it up.
Play a
It's
mean
crazy.
kazoo.
Yeah.
You remember those batons that you turned upside
Yeah.
down?
Yeah.